Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, May 7th. I am back in the shop and I'm getting back to work on the Army of Darkness Deathmobile and the large contingent of Ork Bikes, and that's what I'm going to be up to today. Now, over the past several days, I've actually come in and kind of noodled on the Deathmobile, doing a little work on Ash. So he's really coming along, and I'll do a little close-up in a bit here. And the Deathmobile itself, and it's really coming along. You can see I got the big spiky clubs attached. I can't recall what the last video looked like in terms of paint, but I can remember, the main things that I've been doing over the past few days is really just some like highlight bits going back across and doing like one or two more steps of highlight, mostly on the spikes, on the clubs, and on the side of the car, and then on the spike plow thing up front, just trying to make sure that it has all of the highlighting that it needs. On the one hand, I want to make it true to the original, and on the other hand, I want to make it look good. So it's important to sort of meet both of those goals. And I think it's coming along, and I keep going back to the internet hoping that I'm going to find some better reference photos than I've found so far, and that's really not the case at all. There's nothing. It's as if that thing appeared in the film and then disappeared. I got the little front barricade thing done. There's some rope holding on the rear view mirror that needs to get painted. And then the little front propeller thing. I can't pronounce words today. I'm not sure why. That got some highlighting, and that just needs to do the, there's what looks like a gear sort of in the center that I think I'm going to do sort of a weathered iron look, and then the horns up front. Yeah, Ash has a few things, a few little bits of detail that you really don't see, but the sculptor went to the trouble of sculpting it, so I might as well go to the trouble of painting it. But I think that one's going to get done quickly, probably today or tomorrow, and then that's off the table, and then I can focus entirely on the Orks, which really haven't gotten any more work. But I did spend some time doing a few more washes on this guy, which was the test bed, and I gotta say I wasn't happy with the base flesh color, and this is really just like old school snot green and then Bealtan green shade, I think. And I didn't go much farther with it, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and use the new colors, the Wog Flesh and Warboss Green, and I like it. It's a little bit more natural. They're a little bit more natural colors than the than this green, which is, I don't know, a little bright for my taste. So we'll see how that turns out. And then I'll go back in and noodle on it and see if I can finish up the test guy so that we have a model to go on for the rest of the models. A model for the models. An example. How about that? An example to use for the rest. So when I'm looking at a model and I go, well, what do I do here? And then I look at this one and I go, oh, that's what I do here. Okay, great. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And that's it for now. And I'll show you the close-up on that. But this will be coming after. This is a Fine Cast Emperor's Champion. And I know, as soon as I say Fine Cast, people are going to go, ooh, yee. But as it turns out, this one is as far as I can tell, a flawless casting. And you don't hear that a lot. When people say fine cast, you don't normally hear flawless after that. You usually hear fine cast, and then you hear a string of swear words, which is understandable, because when you get a bad one, they're really bad. But this one's not. This one's great, and I'm quite looking forward to doing it. Again, something else you don't hear when people mention fine cast. Ooh, fine cast, I really want to do that. No, it's more like, fine cast, no, don't make me. Anyway, that's it. Let me show you the thing, and then I'll get to work, and I'll show you some more things, and we'll get moving. Hand gesture. Alright, see you in a bit. So as promised, here's a quick look at the Ash and the Deathmobile close-up. Not too much to say here. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to look, and most of the details for Ash and the colors and stuff came from some pictures of like an action figure that were done. At the time that he's driving the Deathmobile, it was really hard for me to tell exactly what he's wearing, because just a little bit earlier in the film he wears a breastplate, and he doesn't seem to have that on the Mini, and anyway, the point being that I wasn't entirely sure, and the colors I wasn't quite sure about, because that scene's also really dark, and so some of the earlier parts in the film and then the action figures and stuff sort of gave me a better feel for the coloration. So anyway, that's it for now. Let me get to work, and so I can show you progress, I guess. Alright, talk to you in a bit. So the test for the Ork bike is complete, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. As you can see, I backed off on the brightness of the Ork flesh, and I like that better than I like this better than that. And I like the realism of the rust and dents and dings, and the metal showing through where it's rubbed away. And I think they're all going to come out quite nice. So yeah, so there's that. And in addition, I have also finished Ash. This piece must weigh something like 3 pounds. It's like lifting a brick. I mean, just imagine, this thing is solid metal. Yeah, so he's pretty much done, and so I will be sending an email to let somebody know that they can come pick up their thing. Derek, you can come pick up your thing. Of course, you'll probably hear from me before you see this video. So, yeah, fun piece. I think I like it better now than I did yesterday. Sometimes you get to the end of a project and you're like, ugh. And that's kind of how I was feeling about this, but now that I've had a day to sort of think about it, I like it a lot better. Oh, yeah, and it's allergy season, so sorry about that. Yeah. Spring quickly goes from being my favorite season to my least favorite season in the span of about 2 weeks. So right now I'm in the least favorite season mode. So what I'm going to be doing probably all of today, well, certainly all of today, is prepping the rest of the, not prepping, really assembly lining the rest of the Orks, because they all need to be brought up to speed. And so this is where they all, let's see, this is where they all are now, and this is where I'm taking them at the moment, which is just adding in all of the metal. And it's going to take a while, and so it's going to be metal, and then paint, and then flesh, and then details. So, and eventually they'll all end up like the other guy. So I'm going to go do that, and I will come back later, and if I have some, I think when I get to the paint stage, I'll do another update. So I'll talk to you then. So as you can see here, I've been getting a lot of work done. The initial dinging of the metal is probably going to be or will have been the single longest application project for this group. And that's only because you kind of have to go over the entire Mini a little bit at a time, looking for little areas to ding up. So it can take a little while. And as I go back through, I'm going to discover areas that I missed. But that's okay. That's to be expected. And I got through all that, and then I started doing the worn paint, and that's actually going really fast. But I think I'm going to be done for today. The allergies have been just killing me today, and at a certain point, my allergy medication kept the allergies from bothering me anymore. But at the same time, it made me really drowsy, so I had to go in and get some coffee. And the caffeine has been fighting with the decongestant to sort of, one of them's trying to keep me wired, and one of them's trying to make me go to sleep. So yeah. Anyway, so this is kind of going to be, I guess, a shorter video because there's not much to talk about this time. Anyway, that's going to be it for now, and I will talk to you all next week. See you later.